The Dementia Services Development Centre in Northern Ireland wants to know what people think about dementia. And that's why at the launch of a new book called Dementia, the One-Stop Guide, we're inviting people to come and talk to us about what they think about dementia. When someone's been diagnosed with dementia, it's as if no one ever did that journey before. So they have to find out things like what to do about finance and what things to do about finding a care home if that becomes necessary. But one of the most difficult things to find out is information about how to keep yourself well at home, how to delay symptoms. And carers are really important. Carers are given this big job of looking after someone. They haven't asked for that job and they're given no instruction on how to do it. So we hope that carers will find this book useful in telling them the sorts of things that will make their lives easier.
There's lots of issues surrounding dementia at the moment here in Northern Ireland. Dementia is rising quite rapidly. There's currently just under 20,000 people with dementia here in Northern Ireland, and that is set to increase by the year 2051. That's 61,000 people in Northern Ireland will have a diagnosis of dementia. Currently there's around 7,000 people who don't have a diagnosis. In Northern Ireland we're very good at diagnosing dementia, but it's where we go from point of diagnosis, what support is available, where the person can go for support, and what help the person and the carers can get.
The Big Ask event here in the Europa is about giving people the opportunity to talk face to face with experts. So it's like a drop-in. There'll be plenty of cups of tea and coffee available and people will get the chance to talk. And I'm hoping that people will be able to raise questions about dementia and be given a signpost to where they can get local solutions to the problems that they face. We don't know exactly how many people are going to come, but everyone will get the chance to talk and to share about the issues that face them when they're either living with dementia or looking after someone who does have dementia.
When we became aware that Pamela had developed dementia, we'd been married for 57 years and had always argued with each other. And once a person gets dementia, the advice is you do not argue, you do not confront them. You always agree with them and listen to what they say. And it's quite difficult at times, instead of being confrontational, to go the other way, go with them. And be very careful what sort of question you ask them. The only questions you can ask are yes or no. I'm her sole carer. There's just the two of us. Our two daughters live on the other island. So there's no immediate relatives around, and so I'm very much on my own, and it is 24/7. There's no getting away from it from the moment you get up until you get your partner to bed. So it can be very demanding.
The challenges are that the services, the number of people are expected to rise to 61,000, and the cost of dementia will rise. And people are facing financial difficulties at present, difficulties with managing people at home, acute hospital admissions, and that will set to rise if things are not being done to support people with dementia and their carers.
When someone's diagnosed with dementia, it's a terrible thing, and quite often people find it very hard to get information. So this book pulls together information in one place. It took me about 6 months to write it, and people who've been diagnosed and their carers don't have that amount of time, so we've put that information all in one book so that they've got something that will help them at what is a very difficult time.
There's lots of services available that once a person gets a diagnosis, and it's where they go from a diagnosis. They've got the likes of the Alzheimer's Society, HNI, Age UK, and you've got ourselves who could offer support, and also the One-Stop Guide, which would give a lot of information on where to get support and how to manage maybe symptoms and live well with dementia.
What tips can you offer other carers that maybe have just had their partner diagnosed with dementia?
go out and meet other carers. There are a number of groups available now that meet regularly, and I find that very beneficial.
When someone's diagnosed with dementia, it's a really difficult time, and sometimes it's very hard to get information. So we've written a book here which we hope is full of practical and sensible advice for people who are affected by dementia. And today we're bringing a lot of people together who we hope will get the chance to talk one-to-one with dementia experts to raise their problems. And we want them also to take part in a big survey called The Big Ask, which is going to be on our website for a long time, so they can tell us what we need to be doing next about dementia.